Hey guys, this is Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, and today we're going to be talking about some pretty big events that Nexon have planned for New Year's and New Year's Eve for Combat Arms. Now, starting out with the big one, there is going to be a 400% EXP and GP bonus on New Year's Eve and New Year's. Now, this is a 48-hour event, so we have quite a lot of time to go and grind away and get some EXP. But with that said, it starts at 12 AM on the 31st CET, so that's the Combat Arms server time, Central European time. If you guys don't know how to go and do a time zone conversion, go and click the link in the description below and it'll take you to a site called the Time Zone Converter. On the left hand side, it will show you 12 AM CET, i.e. when it starts for the Combat Arms servers, and on the right hand side, it will show your own local time zone and it'll show you when it starts for you, so you're completely aware that, you know, it might be a little bit different. For me, it starts at 9:30 in the morning instead of 12 midnight, simply because Australia is a long way away from Europe. Talking about the event itself, it's 400% EXP and GP bonus. Now, I don't play Combat Arms just to go and grind EXP, but I like a bit of an excuse to go and play some Combat Arms, and I think streaming it would be a good idea. So if you guys want to go and watch me, go and follow my Twitch page, twitch.tv/undercoverdudes. My big goal for these holidays is to go and get partnered on twitch.tv, and I 100% need help from you guys, so a follow and a watch would be absolutely fantastic. And to go and repay you guys for everything that you've been doing, I'm going to be doing a massive, legitimately like 50-60 key giveaway on Twitch. Combat Arms new graphics beta keys going left, right, and center, and if you guys are active in chat, there is a good chance of you picking one up. But with that shameless self-plug completely done, let's go with the rest of the event. The second event that I want to go and talk about is the roll call. Now, the roll call is basically you go and log in every single day and you go and get a reward. And generally, it's really bad. It's pretty shit in my opinion. But this one is okay. I think there's a few incentives to go and log in at least once every day to go and pick up the 7th relay reward and the 10-day relay reward. Now, the 7th relay reward, you go and get 10 times 300% bonus EXP plus 200% GP. Now, that is a combined pass, so it takes up one slot. And that means you can go and chuck in, let's say, another 300% EXP, just a normal pass on top of that, and get 600% bonus EXP. Overall, these passes are really expensive and really rare. So logging in simply to go and get that and get some extra EXP, I think is worth it in my opinion. Now, if you go and log in for 10 days in a row, you go and get a permanent M1866. Now, this is an old school Western weapon and it actually is okay in Combat Arms. You can't go put a suppressor, you can't put a scope, you can't put an extended magazine, but overall the weapon has decent damage, decent fire rate. But the main thing about the weapon, why I like it, is because the spread is really tight. Now, you won't be going and spraying down enemies upon enemies because you only have 30 bullets in a magazine. But if you can go and just burst away at one target, you can definitely go and do a little bit of damage, and it's a really good headshot machine. So there is the event if you guys want to go and participate in it. Now, of course, Nexon's got to go and do a ton of sales to go and bring in the new year, and personally, I do not give a metric shit about any of these sales because I ain't spending any more NX on this game anytime soon. Give me competitive matchmaking, give me the new user interface, and then maybe Nexon will go and think about it. But you've got a lot of work to do to go and get my hard-earned money anytime soon. On top of that, balancing overpowered weapons, on top of that, going and giving us Go for CH Season 2, and the list goes on. But you guys get what I mean. I'm not going to go and talk about the NX sales. I'm going to talk about the GP sales. And there is a few GP permanent weapons, but alas, they have all been released previously. All these weapons have been released previously, and honestly, they're not that good. Now, I know this is making me sound like a spoiled brat, but when you have a look at the lineup that Nexon's gone prepared for us for this New Year's Eve and New Year's event, it's overall a little bit underwhelming. You've got the FAMASA, which is a relatively average assault rifle, wouldn't really recommend it. The M24 Waterland, which is basically a meme. The SR2 Vareska, which is an okay submachine gun. The M60E4, which is probably top tier MG for GP rentals. The KSG, which is okay tier shotgun. Like, no real reason to purchase it over something like the M4 Super 90 or the Jackhammer or something along those lines. Then we have the C1851N, which is again one of these slow-firing, okay damage pistols, which are not very good. And then you have the Brass Knuckles, which is just a bit of a meme. So overall, all these weapons have been previously released, and they're not really that astounding. We're looking for the M4, we're looking for the AK, we're looking for the light vest, you know, something like a little bit extra, you know? But with all of that said, to go and round it out, if you guys want to go and spend your GP in the best way possible, and you played, let's say, a lot of Fireteam, then the M60E4 is a good purchase. But if you're a PvP play, honestly, spending your GP on any one of those weapons would be a bit of a waste of GP. But hey, I'm not your mum, I'm not your dad, you can go and do what you want. That is simply just my recommendation. And that's really it for the New Year's and New Year's Eve event. And if you guys follow my videos, you know, quite regularly, I've been talking about events quite regularly, simply because there isn't much to go and talk about in Combat Arms right now. If you guys have gone and noticed, the last content patch for Combat Arms, go and guess it. Just think when the last content patch was. That was Castle Storm. And when was Castle Storm released? Well, I can go and give you a date. Castle Storm was released on the 15th of the 6th, 2016. So the 15th of January, February, March, April, May, June. 15th of June was our last content patch, and it's currently the 28th of December. That is a more than 6-month break of any content, no content at all being introduced into Combat Arms. So you can see why I'm clutching at straws trying to go and make videos of events and whatnot, because there really isn't much to talk about. But that goes and gets me really, really excited, because of course Nexon's going working on probably the biggest Combat Arms patch of all time, the new UI, the new matchmaking, and I'm hyped for it. I've been hyped multiple times throughout my Combat Arms career, and multiple times I've been let down. But I have somewhat more faith in this than last time, more or less because Eris is leading the charge, the community manager. She's doing an absolutely fantastic job going and leading the helm of the community and the Combat Arms team and whatnot. But with that said, I've seen the developments, and it's been quite a long time since I've actually had my hands on with the new UI and the matchmaking, and I can't wait to go and see what it does for CA. What else they're going to go and do to revitalize? Go for CA Season 2, please, please, please. But I don't know. I honestly don't know. And that's a little bit exciting, and that's a little bit worrying, because Nexon could go and sneak like some completely overpowered thing, some completely broken thing under our nose, and then just say, oh, here, look all this fancy stuff, and okay, the game's completely ruined because we've got like quad wheel Orphis or something like that. You know I'm memeing when I talk about stuff like that, but please don't take it to heart, Nixon. That would be a very, very bad idea. We don't want loaded weapons again. Oh god, I really don't want loaded weapons again. Hopefully they've gone and learned a lesson on that. With all off-topic rants aside, 2017 is looking to be the busiest year for my channel ever, because Combat Arms, of course, dropping these massive content updates, and of course, I've got to go and make the videos. Poor me. No, not poor me, because I really enjoy it, and I know you guys really enjoy it, so I'm going to try to go and do daily uploads when that goes and drops, and hopefully you guys will go and enjoy that. Massive gameplays, massive live streams, top 5 plays coming out of my ass, shoes I use potentially going and coming back. That would be a really, really cool thing, along with other random stuff that I might go and conjure up in my brain. But at the moment, top 5 plays, we're honing in on episode 200, but of course, we don't know when that's going to come out because I'm ridiculously inconsistent, but episode 200 will be sometime, and then we'll just keep going and going and going. I'll do a best of 2016, I'll do a best of that, I'll do a best of this, who knows, and that will be all and dandy. But of course, some other people like my non-Combat Arms content, and there's one game I want to go and talk about in particular, and that is Lawbreakers. I went with Nexon all the way to North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, to go and play this game. I absolutely adored it. I played in alpha extensively. And overall, it's a game that I really, really want to go and cover on my channel, and I know you guys want to go and see a lot of it as well. So why not go and do some gameplays of that? You've probably already seen maybe 1 or 2 in the last couple of months or whatever. But with all of that said, that is going to be on the horizon as well. But the rest, left unknown. Live streaming. I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm trying. Other games? Who knows? More free-to-play games? Who knows? But you guys are there. You guys are watching. Combat Arms ain't going to go and leave this channel anytime soon. It's only getting started. It's only ramping up. And that gets me very, very, very excited. But hopefully you guys are here for the journey. Bye, Renats. Undercover Dudes all the way from down under. Out.